Okay, we are rolling on the new episode of Just for Clicks. It's Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023.
Wow.
The future.
We're already so late into the year.
Yeah, it always feels like this. Like whenever a new year starts, it feels like it's all happening really fast. And then I feel like there's like a slowdown kind of period more towards like the middle and like the end of the year where it's like this year just won't end. You know? That's kind of like, I don't know, the first few months of the year are always kind of like weird for me, vibe-wise.
Wow, I can't believe it's almost April. What? That's nuts.
The vibes are about to pick up. Summer is coming. I can feel it. I can feel the winds changing. The leaves are rustling less. And the birds are out.
About to be summer.
Yeah, the birds are coming back. And
it was really cold today, though.
I think what was today, like technically the first day of spring?
Yeah, it's like spring solstice time.
And if you're a Libra rising, that means it's time for trouble. Right?
Yeah.
We should start doing like star sign readings on this podcast. I think people would like that. Because you can just make up whatever you want. It doesn't really matter.
That'd be so funny.
People pay good money for that stuff. We start charging people.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to eke out a profit somewhere. Ever since I was a little kid, I was like, pay up.
We just like go and like delete all the content of us talking about how we like don't believe in that.
Well, we had a change of heart.
Yeah.
We have an
epiphany.
Yeah, we had an epiphany. We had a religious experience. And now we're actually really good at it. So that's why you should pay us to read you your horoscope. Horoscope readings, $5 each. That's pretty good price, I feel like. Yeah. If you're a Libra rising and a tortoise setting.
I just kind of sometimes feel like astrology is real.
It's not.
I know, like, it's not, I guess. But it's... But the thing is, it's like... if you can think of it kind of from like a scientific perspective, right, and think like, what are the behaviors of people who are born during like this month of the year? That's basically what an astrology like.
So they're the same as any other part of the year. It doesn't matter.
No, but like that's, I think it could change how you are and like your personality. What
part of the year you're born in?
Yeah, because like, okay, so say you live here in St. Louis. Say you like, you're making all sorts of connections in your brain, like millions of connections every day when you're a baby.
Yeah.
You're in like this crazy like theta brain state or something, like when you're like a baby and like a toddler. And then so like I just feel like being 6 months old in like July versus like January might, just like have you develop differently.
I don't think it would be significant enough to register it on any kind of like test. Like all babies born in the wintertime are more prone to this, and all babies born during the summertime are all prone to that. Like maybe like for like some small traits, like how well they can stand temperatures or something. But I don't think there'd be any fundamental like overarching data pointing to. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, right? But like my feeling is like there wouldn't be any kind of real data that could paint a picture of what people are born like as a whole, because people are just so different. Everyone's so unique.
Yeah, it's just like our lives are just so different in like the summer versus the winter. So it's kind of like...
Yeah, but I don't think it has any real effect, right?
I don't know. I just think it's interesting, like, if you can think about it from, like, kind of a more scientific.
Well, whoever invented astrology did not approach it from a scientific standpoint whatsoever. It's all just like vague enough to like apply to your life if you want it to. Like everything they say like is very general, and people just like kind of feel special because like it makes sense to them in the moment. But I could read you off any other kind of horoscope and they could also make sense of that. It thrives on people wanting to believe that they're part of like I think we are part of like a greater whole, like we're part of like a greater consciousness and existence. I just don't think we've like, cracked the code on what that is yet. And like there's all these people who will tell you like they've found the answer, but it's like, no, it's like still far off. We're still like, not there yet. We haven't discovered like how we're all connected. We haven't discovered like what makes up like this energy between us, and the secrets of the universe basically have not been discovered yet, unfortunately. And we all want them to be. Like we all desperately would love to have that explained to us, but we just don't have the tech yet. Like we haven't done the science.
I just don't know how will we ever know. I just don't even think we'll ever know.
Science.
But
testing.
The thing is like science like lets you know more, but then just more questions arise.
So true. Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, I just don't even think we'll ever really truly know.
It's not like we're hitting some sort of roadblock. I mean, like we're making new discoveries like all the time. Mm-hmm. Maybe not like every day, but like relative to like human existence, like the past 100 years has been just like a mountain of discoveries, like a mountain of new information and data. Like we didn't even know about like germs like 100 years ago. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like we know so much now.
Rate of knowledge.
Yeah, the rapid knowledge is insane. So it's like if you're just born and you're just existing in this like, moment in time, it doesn't seem like that much is changing. But if you look at it through the lens of like a more like wide perspective of the history of the human race, it's fucking awesome. So don't count us out yet. We're gonna get there. We're gonna figure out what's going on. But anyone who tells you that like it's some shit in the sky, like some guy in the sky or some crystals or whatever, like it's BS.
You don't think crystals, like there's literally nothing, like you're just ruling out crystals like as a whole, and like,
well, crystals are cool and they might hold some sort of like psychic energy power, but the majority of people, I don't think could tap into that or even really explain it. But one day, people just need to be okay with like accepting they don't know. I think people just are desperately clinging for whatever information floats their way. And it's like, I really want to know like the answers to the universe. Like, so I'm just going to believe whatever people tell me. It's kind of like the vibe most people go with. Like, I'm going to believe whatever like makes me feel good the most because I want to believe this. Like, it's not because like they've been presented with any like real evidence or data.
Yeah.
It's just a nice thought.
So you just rule out like absolutely, like, it's like the thing is like if you're told this when you're like a little kid, it literally like changes your brain.
Told what?
Like if you're told about like, that something is true, like if you're told like God is real.
Yeah.
Like ever since you were like a kid, like a baby, like your brain will just like believe it, basically.
Yeah, it's like Santa Claus for grown-ups.
And then, if it's just like constantly reinforced like your entire life from all your like just peers and your parents and maybe even like your spouse, then it's just like that's just their life.
Yeah, until like you wake up one day and
like
you realize it's all bullshit.
Would you like wake up one day and just like denounce like your whole life and like all your friends and family?
If you're a real one, you would.
But like they really believe it though. They don't wake up.
Yeah. You know, it's whatever. People can believe whatever they want as long as they're not hurting anyone. You know. I think it's cool to have like passion in your life. I mean, people are passionate about like Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a fan of Funko Pops, but like if they want to collect them, like that, you know, that's awesome. I'm glad that that makes them happy.
And if you like believe that crystals help you, then like crystals will help you. Even if it's,
I think there's some truth to that.
Even if it's not like technically like the crystals.
Yeah, it's even like the power of like positive thought.
Your mind, like you create your reality, and like if you like decide like I'm this kind of person, like you will just kind of like start doing things that kind of person that you want to be would do. Right. So it's kind of like, you know, if you have crystals and you're like, oh, this crystal relieves anxiety. Like when you have it, you'll feel calmer because you believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely like a series of planes of existence that we can't tap into in our normal like mental mortal state, you know. I think if you meditate enough, or if you know, do enough kind of research into this type of area, you know, there's ways you can probably tap into it, either through psychedelics or just like straight up like meditation. But I think it'd probably have to take like a gifted person, like, and it would probably take like, you know, years of training to really like be able to access other planes of existence, like in any kind of like meaningful way. But there's definitely people out there who've had like, you know, like paranormal experiences or things that are like unexplainable. And I don't think it's all just like a hoax. You know, I think there's stuff that happens that we can't explain. But just because we can't explain it doesn't mean we should just believe the first thing that people tell us, like, oh, it's because of the planets, or oh, it's because of Jesus, or oh, it's because of this like specific thing. Like when people get too specific, it's like, where's the data? It's like, oh, you just have to have faith. Like there isn't data. It's just like, you know, God doesn't like it when you ask for data, or like, what do you mean? Like they're like there's just people who like kind of process things through like data, and there's people who like process things through like feeling and emotion. And
I think
it's dangerous when you mix up the two.
I think both are valuable.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
And like, yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of people can't do the data part. They can only do like the emotional part. They let their feelings control them.
Yeah.
But not everyone, you know, is going to be able to kind of like reach that next level of questioning. Most people, I think, just want to go with the flow and kind of blend in. They don't want to stand out too much. But what were we going to talk about this week?
You know, I don't know, like just shows and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, you want to give like a little update about what's been going on with our lives?
Sure.
People have been asking me. They're like, "How are the kids? How's Alyssa? How's your wife?"
The kids are good. River's 8 months. He has 3 teeth.
Oh. He's been teething, and it's really painful for him.
I know.
Such a small wee boy shouldn't be this sad and this much pain. It's not fair.
It's so sad.
Yeah, but he's got a good attitude about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like always giving out smiles and giving out little chuckles, and you can tickle him under the neck and he'll like that.
Yeah.
He's just happy to be with his mama. He just loves his mama so much.
Oh, I love him. He's my little buddy friend.
Yeah.
And then Luna is chilling.
She had good. Like a kind of a hectic day today.
Yeah.
She was a little more hectic today. She was like saying no a lot and banging. And she got really greasy, remember? You made her that grilled cheese, and then she refuses to wear like hair ties to like, keep her hair out of her face.
Her new thing, like the last couple of days, is like she will not accept a ponytail. So her hair is just like all in her face.
She looks like deranged. She looks like Heath Ledger Joker or something.
And then so she'll eat food. It gets all in her hair. And then her hair's like disgusting.
Yeah, my wife will make her like a grilled cheese, and then she'll like grab it with her little mitts, and then she'll start eating it and like chewing it, and like she pushes like her hair from her face like into her mouth with the grilled cheese and like starts chewing on it. And I'm like, Luna,
it's so disgusting.
And I like pull the hair out of her mouth, and then she like uses her greasy hands to like pull her hair back and like wipes her greasy hands like all over her like forehead and like cheeks, and it's just like she does not think about like cleanliness at all when she eats or does anything. She's not concerned about like greasiness or cleanliness or like being dainty or delicate. She's like a little wild boar. You got to keep like a little wild naked boar. You got to take care of and make sure it's happy.
It's so true.
Yeah, she's so cute. Yeah, she loves grilled cheese.
Oh my god.
She loves like little like freeze dried strawberries. Mm-hmm. Those are kind of messy too.
She loves wearing shoes.
Oh yeah, she loves shoes. Whenever we get her a new pair of shoes, she like flips out and gets so excited. And then we've been at our weekly Target visits, like we've been stopping at the shoe section so she can try on different shoes, because she like wants to stop and she wants to like take her shoes off and try out different ones. And then if we don't get them, she'll like scream. She's like, no. I'm like, yes, Luna, like we can't buy every shoe.
I know.
She just kind of went up in a shoe size, so we got her a couple new pairs of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got her a new pair of Nikes that are really nice. So she was strutting in those today. We went on a little walk.
Yeah. We went on a walk yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Wow.
The
days are really blending together.
Today was like disgusting weather. It was like gloomy and dark.
It was decent
and
yesterday.
Windy today. But yesterday, it was like kind of sunny.
I've just like had like 3 days in a row where I've done the exact same thing around the exact same time. It's really weird. Mm-hmm. Like I've been spending like a few hours upstairs editing every morning. We order Starbucks, and then I go downstairs and live stream for like the rest of the night until like around like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So like I feel like the days are really blending together.
I've been getting massages. That's been my thing recently.
Mm-hmm.
I went like twice.
That's good, babe. I'm so proud of you.
It was really. I feel like I'm Jennifer Coolidge in like the White Lotus, like to my like massage lady from like season.
Are you like promising her money and opportunity in order for like a friendship?
Like not to that extreme.
Good.
But just like she just gives really good massages, and she has this like crazy like scalp massage thing. It feels like insane.
Nice.
It's like, whoa. Like
too crazy or just crazy enough?
Just crazy enough.
Nice. You should do one of those like stretching things they have up there.
Yeah, you can get like a stretch session.
Yeah, you got a lot of points built up.
Yeah.
We've been like subscribed to the Massage Envy for like 2 years and we haven't gone once. So there's like 50 sessions like saved, and they're like they really want us to use them. But if we cancel, then they all get lost.
Yeah, like
so we can't cancel.
We signed up.
It's fucked up. That's how they entrap
this,
you.
Like, okay, so we went to go get one massage. That was like the initial plan in 2019. And while we were there, they were like, "Oh, like you should subscribe."
Yeah, they got us on the sales pitch. I guess we just thought like, yeah, like that's a good idea. We should do this more often.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, this is fine. But this was before the pandemic and before I got pregnant with Luna.
Yeah.
And then so those two things happened, and that just resulted in me not going for like over a year. But yeah, if I had just canceled, all of my money would have just gone to waste.
Yeah, you can't let that happen. So
now I have like a bunch, so I can go like all the time.
I saw one of these things on TikTok or something where it's like a little machine, like a little crank machine that you sit in, and you use it to like stretch your legs apart. Like you ratchet it up a little bit every single day. You just go a little bit higher, and then eventually you can do the splits.
Oh yeah.
It looks really cool. You just like sit in it for like 20 minutes a day, and then you just like stretch. It pulls your legs apart. We should buy one. I want to be able to do the splits. That'd be fucking awesome.
Me too. That sounds like healthy.
Doesn't that sound healthy?
Yeah.
And like so like you're so stretched out.
All your like chakras are aligned.
I need someone to like
do that.
What I would like personally is like someone who like I could hire to like periodically beat the shit out of me. Like I don't want them to like hit me in the head. Like I want to hire someone who like knows how to do it right. Like they're not going to break any major bones. They're not going to cause any long lasting permanent damage. Like they're professionals. But I want a good like thrashing. So that I'll really feel it in the morning, you know? And like I'll feel it for like a week or two. Just like of like, you know, dull pain. Because then I think that would like reset my nervous system and like give me a fresh like outlook on life. You know? Is that like a form of therapy?
Maybe.
I think it probably is. I'm sure I'm not the first person to think of this. Just like someone who's like, and I want it to be like random, like throughout my like, you know, I'm just out and about, and like I don't want to know it's coming. They just jump out of it, and I'm like, oh shit, it's on, and I try to get away, but then they catch me and just beat the fuck out of me and leave me by like the side of a dumpster. I have to call you. You should come get me.
We've been watching Dexter.
Yeah, you want to talk about Dexter? Mm-hmm. This podcast is really like, I like it because it's really all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, we just started Dexter season 2, and so far so good.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be better than season 1. You guys, season 1 of Dexter is like literally like almost unbearable to watch. Like it's painful. We've just been skipping entire scenes.
It's true.
Because it's just so bad.
Well, like it's got this like early 2000s look to it. Mm-hmm. I guess it came out in 2006.
Yeah.
But it's got kind of this like that's almost like, you know, 20 years ago now.
Dang.
Like it's a long ass time. And the cameras they had back then, the digital cameras, like you can just tell like there's something wrong. Like it doesn't look good.
No.
And they're using like these wide angle lenses, and I'm like, is this like intentional, or is this like is this all they had to shoot with? I can't really tell. Like I don't know if what they're going for with the visual look of the show. But I like the writing, and I like Dexter, and I thought it was a well edited, well produced show.
It's like
the visuals just sucked, kind of. It's
so weird because it's like half of the first season is unwatchable cringe.
Yeah, because they do focus on a lot of the side characters, and we don't like them, so we just skip through
pure cringe
stuff. I know that's probably not right to do. Like they spent, you know, like all these producers, they spend a lot of time, and all these artists spend a lot of time crafting this show for us.
Like any scene with like that guy, Angel.
Yeah, there's like one detective. His name is Angel,
and then the other
he's
one
getting a divorce, and he's like a loser. And then there's like this Asian guy who's like a data analyst. And he always says like something really off the cuff, like sexual.
So sexual.
They're like misogynists basically, and like
they're like literally at like crime scenes with dead bodies, like young women are being like murdered, and they're like commenting like, oh, like she had a nice ass, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, they say like really inappropriate stuff that would probably get them like written up for sure, like in real life.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's like a show, so it's supposed to be like, haha, like these guys are so like goofy, like.
And then there's this one woman who's like, it's like a police station.
Yeah, Dexter's a blood analyst.
Yeah.
How many police stations full-time employ a blood specialist? I've never even heard of that job. Is that like something they just made up for the show?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like if you were like he's like a blood splatter analysis.
They need that for every single case they do? Probably not.
Yeah.
Like, I always think about that. I'm like, there's probably, I mean, I'm sure there are blood splatter analysts, but they're probably like kind of spread out, like, and you call them in for like a special case. You don't just bring them to every crime scene.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's stupid though. That's just a little nitpick.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just like think about that. And I'm like,
yeah, like the logistics.
The logistics, because like the whole thing is like, they're trying to catch this ice truck killer. He's a menace. He's butchering women. He's like,
yeah.
He's like a very prolific. This would have national, you know, attention and buzz. But we're kind of like led to believe this is like almost happens like all the time in Miami. And I guess it does. Like in this universe, like there's just like an infinite amount of serial killers just like constantly on going around, and like it doesn't seem like it's the top priority for like, you know, you'd think like, oh, this guy's like, you know, he's really theatrical with it. You know, you'd think like the FBI would be involved. But no, it's like it's all being handled by this like one little like precinct, like in this like small like jurisdiction, because like the chief, LaGuerta, she's like responsible for like this whole like ice truck killer situation. These murders are happening like, I'm assuming, all around Miami. But then she's got a boss who's like the lieutenant, and then he's got a boss who's like the commissioner. So she's not even, so LaGuerta's not even like the second in command. She's like very like several rungs below the commissioner. And it's like, shouldn't this be like the commissioner's like top priority? I don't know. It just struck me as like strange, like the way the logistics were like panned out. I mean, not that I know much about cops and like how they actually operate. The only time I've ever been inside an actual police station was right after we got robbed, and that place did not look like it does in the shows. I'll tell you that.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
Real life police stations are like not cool.
At least the one in St. Louis, like whichever one we went to in the city, it was shit. There's no windows. It was just a bunch of like office shit. It looked terrible. It looked like a guy like designed it. You know what I mean? Like there's no like love put into like anything. They had like memes on the wall.
Yeah, they had like printed out like Facebook memes.
Yeah, they have fun. They have a bunch of guys. Yeah, it's just like your standard dirty bullpen. But you know, in Dexter, there's all this natural lighting coming in through the windows. Like, everything's pretty.
And I was gonna say about
stark contrast.
Like the lieutenant, like LaGuerta.
No, she's just the chief, I think.
No,
I think that's how it goes.
She's lieutenant.
Is she lieutenant?
I think so.
I think it goes chief, lieutenant, commissioner.
Like all of her scenes are also really cringe. She starts off kind of strong, like in the first episode or two, where she's established as like she's like this, just like a bitch, basically. Like she's like really rude to like Dexter's sister, who is a cop.
Yeah, Dexter's got the sister, an adopted sister, and she's like a cop.
Yeah. And she's always like being really flirty and like, you know, inappropriate. Yeah, with Dexter.
Yeah, she wants to fuck Dexter.
So she's like just like an entitled, like kind of like bitch boss, basically. And then it's like, I just kind of feel like they should have kept that going, because like she kind of just has this really awkward story arc, like of kind of like becoming like a better person or something.
Yeah.
It's weird, and I don't know, like it like it just seems so random and like insignificant compared to like everything else like going on in the show, you know?
There's also like this one guy who gets his arm and leg cut off.
Oh my gosh, I literally blacked that out. Yeah. I blocked that out.
He's one of the ice truck killer's like victims. Like the police are just doing a horrible job like tracking down this guy. Like Dexter's doing all the legwork. And it's like,
okay, Dexter is like literally doing all the legwork because it's literally him. Like that's the only reason why this show is good, basically.
Yeah,
and then there's like Dokes, literally. Who is like
Dokes, yeah,
he's good. I like him.
Yeah, Dokes is on to Dexter. Funny. He's like the one guy who thinks Dexter's weird and like knows that something's up with him. And
like the very first time
he's obsessed with finding out.
We ever see Dokes, like he's like, fuck you.
Fuck you, Dexter, you fucking weirdo. One of these days I'm gonna grill your ass. Like he'll just say shit like that. It's awesome.
Yeah. But it's literally just like the guy who plays Dexter just like acting the fuck out of every single scene.
He's so good.
And it's like,
why don't we see him in more stuff? Why isn't he in the fucking Marvel universe yet?
That's so true.
Maybe he has too much integrity as an actor. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like last time I saw Michael C. Hall was literally never.
Yeah, this is the only thing I've ever seen him in.
He's just so good. I'm gonna bring him up. I'm gonna look at his filmography real quick. Michael C. Hall, more like Michael Never C. Hall.
And then Dexter has this like girlfriend, and I like her, and like all of her plot.
Yeah.
But it's like this show really only needs to be about like 4 people. Like everyone else can just like leave.
Yeah, there's just too much side story with like the kind of the periphery characters like LaGuerta and Angel.
We literally skip them. They're just it's like, it's not even that they're just like slow and like not entertaining. It's just that it's like super over the top cringe.
Yeah, I wish we could. Maybe someone's made like a compilation of like, I forgot what the Asian guy's name is, but he's the worst because he's always saying something really gross, and that's his whole character is like they'll be like, you know, investigating a crime scene like in like a Santa's workshop thing area, like someone's killed like a woman, and then he'll be like, yeah, do you want to sit on my lap or something, like, or he'll be like, hey, come here, elf girl, come sit on my lap, and it's supposed to be like cute, and it's like, no, that's just like nasty.
Yeah,
it's not funny. Yeah, you guys, you kind of got to see it to just watch the damn show.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it already, just give it a shot. Michael C. Hall got cancer, undergoing treatment for a form of Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was upsetting to learn of his cancer when he was 38 years old, as his father died from cancer at 39. Hall accepted the Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild Award in 2010 while wearing a knitted cap over his bald head, having lost his hair due to chemotherapy. Damn, bro. Damn. Hall wore a wig for season 5 of Dexter to cover up his hair loss due to chemotherapy. Shit. Carpenter announced that Hall's cancer was fully in remission and he was set to get back to work on the new season of Dexter. Excellent. All right, well, that's that. Let's see. He's steady been in stuff. That's good to see. American John in the Hole, 2021 American coming of age psychological thriller film. Okay. In the Shadow of the Moon, 2019 American science fiction thriller film. The Report, American historical political drama film written and directed by Scott Z. Burns that stars Adam Driver, Annette Bening, Ted Levine, Michael C. Hall, Corey Stoll, wow, and John Hamm. Wow, there's some good people in here. Why haven't we heard of this stuff? It's got Adam Driver and Michael C. Hall in it.
When did it come out?
The Report.
Wow, that was like not that long ago.
Styled as the Torture Report, The torch is scratched out. Plot follows staffer Daniel Jones and the Senate Intelligence Committee as they investigate the Central Intelligence Agency's use of torture following the September 11th attacks. It covers more than a decade's worth of real-life political intrigue. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I just don't hear about movies. Come on, in 2019? That's crazy. All right. Well, yeah, he's steady bit in stuff. We're just not, we're not following his career very closely. He played Batman in Justice League Gods and Monsters. Because I was saying we should get him in like a DC or like MCU film. And then let's check out his television. He's steady been in stuff too. Oh, he plays John F. Kennedy in The Crown. That's cool.
That's exciting.
That's actually a really good casting.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Nice. Yeah, he's doing well. Haven't really I just haven't spotted him in a long time. So yeah, but he really holds the show together.
He literally yeah.
He's really likable.
Mhm.
Yeah. Season 2 just started, and yeah, there was like this weird like compression on the first season, like as if Hulu, because we're watching it on like the Showtime plugin on Hulu, and I've had the Showtime plugin like added on to my Hulu subscription for like over a year, and it's been like I haven't even used it once, because I think I signed up to watch like Homeland, and then I was like thinking about canceling it, but I'm glad I didn't. Because like we needed it for Dexter.
Yeah.
So it's like on Hulu through the Showtime app, and yeah, whatever they did to that first season, they fucked it up royally. There's like frame rate drops. Like whenever it would pan, it would stutter. It was fucked up.
Whenever like anything made in like the early 2000s just looks like absolute shit. And it's literally like unwatchable a lot of the time. Like,
yeah,
there's this show called Wife Swap that we've seen a few seasons of, and it started in the early 2000s. It's like a reality show, and there's like 6 whole seasons on Hulu that are just unwatchable. It's like so sad. Because there's so much content, but it's just like literally so horrible quality.
They look like they were shot on a toaster.
Like it's so bad. Like Dexter's not that as bad.
And the audio quality is shit too. It's like watching a silent movie or something. Like it's like that old.
But it's like it shouldn't. Like 2005 is not that. I mean, it was that long ago, but
yeah, that's just when digital cameras were really like first starting to come out and be like possible. I guess like when did I guess around like the late 90s. But like yeah, George Lucas really pioneered like the first like cinema grade digital cameras when he did Attack of the Clones, and that was in like what 2002, 2001, something like that. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, the types of cameras that television producers could get their hands on just weren't. They just don't hold up these days. So I'm used to being able to see everything in HD. Like
yeah.
Once you have that, you can't go back.
Mm-hmm.
Even watching like DVDs now, you're like, oh wow, DVDs really do suck. They look like terrible. Your impression?
I'm like super spoiled with how big our screen is right now. We have our like an entire wall with a projector.
Yeah, the projector is awesome.
Yeah, and I've been rewatching Game of Thrones on my phone while I like nurse River, and it's just like seems like so tiny, like like super hard to kind of concentrate on, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, babe.
It's okay.
You can use my iPad if you want.
I just no, because then Luna would want it.
Yeah.
But I just always used to watch things on my phone. Like in high school, I watched like everything on my phone.
That's crazy.
But now it's like
you're insane.
It's like weird to do.
Yeah, I miss the good old days. You know, when you had to roll down to the video store to rent a movie, to rent a DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Man, get some snacks. Come up back to your crib, roll up, pop in the DVD into your combination TV/DVD player, and just like slurp down a slushie. You don't have to worry about Netflix. None of that. I like remember exactly what like Netflix like looked like when it first started offering its video services, and it was like slow as hell. It looked jank as hell.
Didn't it start out as like a subscription service, and they would like mail you like DVDs?
Yeah, they still do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but kids today, they don't know. They don't know what it was like back in my day.
Mm-mm.
It was crazy. You really had to commit. You like rent one movie, or you rent like a couple, and then you had to watch them. Now you can just kind of like scroll and into infinity, which I really don't like doing. I really like having a show.
Yeah, that's basically why we're watching Dexter, because we were just like, let's just choose something so we're not scrolling.
Yeah,
forever.
I want to be able to like decompress at the end of the day, like veg out.
It's like stressful trying to figure out what to watch.
And it's like I don't want to have to be think about what to watch. I want to just like treat my eye and ears and my brain to something that's like enjoyable. You know, I'm not asking for like excellence. I'm not asking for like outstanding creative accomplishments, okay? I just want like a good little story. And Dexter definitely provides that for sure. I like all the stuff with him and his girlfriend, and there's some good tension going on.
I know like some big spoilers.
Don't tell me.
I won't. Oh my god.
Yeah. I know you really wanted to rewatch Game of Thrones, but I'm just not ready yet. We just finished
I'm always ready for Game of Thrones.
But I'm glad you're rewatching it on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still working through the books. I'm on book 4.
I just love Game of Thrones. I just can't handle it.
Like, listen to the book at the gym, which is fun. Work out. Listen to a little George R.R.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good to kind of like, you know, distract myself, you know, so I don't really notice how much I'm like working out. Just kind of like zone out and listen to George describe something.
Yeah.
In his way. You know how he does.
Yeah.
And the guy who reads the book or whatever is like pretty good. Like I'm digging his like rendition. It's like each book's like 40 hours or something. So it's a lot to get through. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But once I finish all the books, maybe I'll want to rewatch the show then. And hopefully George, you know, comes out with more one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
He just generated a cash cow.
Yeah.
With his fucking knowledge and his impeccable literature.
I know.
What a genius.
Why is he so smart?
He's just smart like that. And he's American too. He's not even, you know, you'd think he'd be like British.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's like some American dude from like, I don't even know where he's from. From Boston or something.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, guys, that'll do it for
Really?
the Bait Buffet. Oh, wait, no, we're not doing Bait Buffet. Just for clicks. Yeah, we're signing off early.
How long have we been recording?
45 minutes.
You're done?
I'm done. We ran out of topics.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could like answer some emails. You want to answer some emails?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my phone? Do you see it anywhere?
Yeah, it's right here.
All right, guys, we're going to answer some emails today. Looks like We've got an invoice for a Brooklink order. That's not for this. That's something else. Okay. From Joe. Thoughts on Breaking Bad and or Better Call Saul? Better Call Saul was my favorite show of this year. Thoughts?
Wait, what did he say?
You're not even paying attention?
Sorry, I'm looking at the river.
Oh my god, we're just gonna end the episode. We're ending it. This is going nowhere. All right, here's a different email for you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
That guy got screwed on his email because you weren't paying attention.
I was trying to check on River. The ring turned off.
We haven't seen Better Call Saul.
I watched a little bit of it when I was like in high school.
Yeah, it's a good show. I just haven't watched it. But yeah, we
How do you know it's good?
We could make our way through it because everyone says it's good. And it's from the same guy who made Breaking Bad, and that was fucking excellent. Yeah,
Breaking Bad was really good.
So I know Better Call Saul is good. I'm not on that train yet. Here's one from Lukewarm Winsking. It's a funny name. Problematic celebrities. Hey, Forrest and Alyssa. Hope you guys are doing well. I wrote in a while ago to rant about cruel teachers. This time, I've got another type of person on my mind. Great. Around 3 years ago, when I started high school, which also happened to be during the global pandemic, there was this band called Swimmers, who I absolutely loved. I had a passion for music prior to then, but they hit me during a time in my life when I was maturing, and their songs all resonated with me deeply. They certainly weren't the greatest band of all time, but nonetheless, they became my favorite. They were idols to me, and not only because I loved their music, but because they put out an image of being kind, forward-thinking, inclusive people, and marketed their shows as a safe space for everyone to be. Their drummer was even the son of Billy Joe Armstrong, the frontman of Green Day, no less. Okay, great, right on. Yeah, like, you're not going to get fucking killed at our show. Like, it's safe here. Obviously, things took a turn for the worse. Oh, no. In July 2020, information came out about Joey Armstrong, their drummer, that was very unnerving. He was accused of sexual coercion of a girl named Lydia, who was a minor at the time. A fucking minor. She was 16 to 17 years old, and he was 22. This information was heartbreaking to me, especially due to the false image they put up. Instantly, everything they stood for was discredited, and their music became tainted. I felt lied to, and I damn near felt manipulated. The story goes that everyone in the band knew, as did both parties' families, which I find odd. But nothing can excuse how the band members responded to this. They took his side, put out a half-assed statement, and then went radio silent after being attacked online. Dealing with this was harder for me than it should have been, as I formed an emotional connection to them and their music, the latter of which brought me a whole lot of joy at a time when I needed it. I didn't want to support them, but even if I was to listen to their music, it didn't bring me the same pleasure, because I knew the forward-thinking messages behind all of it was just bullshit. With other problematic artists like Morrissey from the Smiths, I was able to separate the art from the artist, but the situation with them was so directly contradicting with their music that I couldn't do it. To think I had even bought their shitty merch. Getting to the point, as of October 11th, they came out with a statement on their Instagram. It was an 8-minute long video of the two core members reading off a sheet of paper explaining their actions and their side of the story. Most of it was borderline victim blaming and just excuses for how they responded to the situation. But nonetheless, they revealed that Joey left the band on his own accord. And as of November 4th, they released a new song announcing their return. Great. I will be honest with you, too, and admit that I relapsed. I listened to their new song and their old songs again and enjoyed it. Now, how dirty. Now I know that the remaining members are assholes, but I think the fact that Joey left is what brought that old feeling back. I still don't support them whatsoever. But if something in this short life makes you happy, what should stop you from enjoying it?
What?
The members already came from wealth, and I know streaming doesn't pay a lot, so I've really been debating listening to them recently. Since the dawn of time, famous musicians have been notorious for being horrible people. So what difference would it make anyway? I know that was a lot, so thank you guys so much for suffering through my hormonal teenage angst, but I'd like to hear what you have to say about this situation. I love hearing your takes on things, and I've watched Forrest's videos for a long time, so I wholeheartedly value whatever advice you may have. Good luck with your future projects. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. Thank you so much, Luke. Wow, that was a good email. I like that. I like emails like that. Really, like, took you on a journey.
Yeah,
I love how he described like all his emotions like throughout and like how he felt. It was I felt like I was there.
Me too.
That was sick. Well, I mean, you want to take a crack at this, hon?
I just don't care about things like that anymore.
Yeah. That doesn't really like...
If I want to listen to the song, I'll just listen to it.
Yeah, that doesn't really like bother me. Like I'll still watch like House of Cards, even though like Kevin Spacey's like a sex pest. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just kind of like able to like just view it. Because like as I'm watching the show, I'm like forgetting they're actors anyway. Like when I'm watching Dexter, I don't look at Michael C. Hall and think about like, oh, he's an actor. Like the show's like convincing me that it's real. Like I'm buying into it. So it's kind of the same way where like I'm not thinking about their like personal lives or like what they've done. I'm just viewing it from like of like existing in that universe. But I guess music's different because like musicians like bare their soul and it's like it's supposedly like real, or it's supposed to be. So they're like writing songs about how they feel and their emotions. It's not like fake. So maybe it's harder to separate music in that same way.
I think people are like complex. So like, is it possible for someone to have like a real emotional like song and also like do something bad or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the music's still good regardless of whatever the bandmates did. That's kind of how I view it.
Yeah.
It's like, Picasso probably raped people. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like a shitty footnote, but I'm not going to stop watching like Harvey Weinstein movies or movies that he produced.
Yeah.
I guess it's just worse if it's like more directly associated. Like if it's like an artist and he makes like one thing. If it's like a movie, like Harvey Weinstein movie, like it's like he's just the producer. Like there's like lots of other people involved.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, I still watch like House of Cards and like, I still read Harry Potter.
Yeah, and it just kind of seems like, I don't know, like he didn't do anything horrible.
Who, this guy, this band member?
I guess he was dating a minor.
Accused of sexual coercion. By who? Who accused him?
A girl.
Did the girl accuse him, or was it just some guy? Hey, you coerced that girl. She was 16, 17, and he was 22. I mean, I feel like 22-year-olds have been dating like 16, 17-year-olds for like a really long time. Like, if you look at like history.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to date if I was 22, I wouldn't want to date a 17-year-old because that's like illegal, and like they're probably like really like not mature enough to really like date. You know what I mean? But like I feel like that's like normal in like lots of cultures throughout history, and like today. It's just not really like normal in our culture.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't really like yeah, like that's like shitty, and like you shouldn't do that. But I don't know. Yeah, should he like go to jail for that? If it was like, consensual. Like I know like 17-year-olds can't like consent, but it just seems like kind of like crazy to like get that worked up about that, as long as it wasn't like rape.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I really don't think it's that big a deal.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of worrying about stuff too much. If this is like the main concern.
Yeah, it's kind of like, should he really do that? Like, probably not. Maybe he should at least wait until she's 18 if he's just like so in love with this one girl.
Yeah.
Like, then just wait until she's 18 to like start being like romantic.
It doesn't even say
and
like
sexual with her.
I don't know. We don't know the whole story.
Yeah, we don't know the whole story.
He might not have even fucked her.
Yeah, we don't know. But yeah, should
waiting.
he have done that? But it's also just like, is he like the worst person in the world? Like, probably not.
Yeah, I think everyone just kind of wants to like cancel everybody now. So like any kind of thing they can do to like feel like self-righteous. Like who are you really protecting? Like if this girl like accused them of sexual coercion, then like that's a different story. Like
yeah.
But that doesn't sound like what the situation
is.
It's
like,
it sounds like they have a relationship and other people have a problem with it.
Did he like threaten her like if she didn't fuck him or
doesn't
something?
Sound like it.
That's what I feel like coercion means, right? Like it's kind of like almost.
I mean, like, I think any kind of form of talking to a person under the age of 18 can be considered coercion.
Yeah.
Because you're like talking to a minor.
Yeah.
So even if you guys are both dating and that's like what you both want to do, that's like coercion technically.
Yeah.
At least here in the United States. In other countries, it's like the laws are like different. So like, I don't know, when people like act like, oh, like 18 is like the like gold standard.
A lot of people don't even think that. A lot of people think that 18's like too young.
It's not. 18's a good age. I think I like the age of 18. That seems like a solid age for our society.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recognize that that's just like a made up number. Like everyone matures differently and ages differently. You can't like it's like 1 minute it's like illegal and that person should be in jail forever, and then the minute at stroke of midnight, it's completely fine. Everyone's cool with it.
It's like
there's
probably
definitely gray
like
area.
a little bit. It's probably fine, like a little bit before 18, but like 18 there just needs to be a number.
There needs to be a number.
So it's kind of like, let's err on the side of like a little bit older than maybe necessary, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like there has to be a number. So
yeah, people want to like infantilize people forever. Like they want to keep children, like our society like doesn't want to like enter the workforce. They don't want to like be adults. A lot of people will jump at the chance to change the age of consent to like 22 or 25.
Yeah,
I think 18 is just fine. And like, yeah, there's gray area. Like you can't just think someone's a horrible monster because they had sex with a 17-year-old.
Yeah, and it's like and it's like you can listen to their music.
You can listen to their music,
like,
yeah.
It's fine. Like,
yeah. I wouldn't stress out about it too much, Luke. Things like that, that's kind of like a personal matter too. It really isn't any of our business.
Yeah, I think that
unless someone's being like hurt. I
pretty much think that way about like all celebrity like drama or like celebrity like situations. Like I don't like when people like focus so much on celebrities and like just love them and like really invested in their lives. It's like creepy to me.
Yeah. You don't want to get too wrapped up in celebrities. Like the less you know about them, the better. That's kind of how I like celebrities, but like I don't want to know. Like I don't watch videos about their house or whatever. So I don't want to know what Adam Driver's like. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to project my own thing onto him, onto his image.
Yeah.
And like him from afar. I don't want. Once you get to know someone too much, it's like it's too personal. It's too much of a parasocial relationship.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like there's some people on TikTok who are like just like way too into like certain celebrities, and it's just like disrespectful almost. It's like, this is creepy.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, people take it way too far. So yeah, Luke, I'd say just go ahead and keep listening to their music guilt-free.
Yep.
Don't even trip. All right, that'll do it for this episode of the podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been fun, and we'll catch you next week.
We're gonna go make some ice cream with our creamy machine.
Yes, dude.